This video contains audio content only. There are no visual elements or images accompanying the audio. If you're expecting to see video footage, please note that this is an intentional audio-only presentation. We recommend listening to this content rather than watching the screen. Thank you for your understanding and enjoy the audio. Welcome to a captivating exploration of a world without us, a thought-provoking journey into the realm of what if? In this easily digestible exploration, we'll delve into the fascinating question of which species might inherit the Earth if humanity were to disappear. Prepare to be amazed as we unveil the potential successors to our reign, examining the contenders and their remarkable adaptations. This isn't just a dry scientific analysis, it's a story of resilience, adaptation, and the surprising twists and turns of evolution. We'll paint a vivid picture of a post-human world, where nature reclaims its territory, and the silent battle for dominance begins. Imagine cities transformed into verdant forests, abandoned streets echoing with the calls of wild animals, and oceans teeming with new life. We'll explore the unexpected consequences of humanity's absence, from the resurgence of apex predators to the rise of unlikely heirs. Think feral cats prowling through deserted cities, bears and wolves reclaiming their ancestral lands, and octopuses, with their remarkable intelligence and adaptability, potentially establishing a silent, watery kingdom. This journey will challenge your assumptions about evolution and dominance. It will make you question what truly defines a ruling species and explore the fascinating interplay of intelligence, adaptability, and sheer luck in the struggle for survival. We'll delve into the potential for surprising evolutionary leaps, the emergence of new ecosystems, and the unexpected consequences of a world without human intervention. Prepare to be captivated by the stories of these potential heirs to the Earth. We'll explore their unique adaptations, their survival strategies, and their potential to reshape the planet in their image. From the concrete jungles to the depths of the ocean, we'll uncover the hidden dramas unfolding in a world without us. This exploration isn't just about predicting the future. It's about understanding the intricate web of life on Earth and appreciating the remarkable resilience of nature. It's about expanding our perspective and recognizing that humanity is just one chapter in the ongoing story of our planet. So, join us on this fascinating adventure as we unveil the unexpected heirs to the Earth and explore the captivating possibilities of a world without us. Chapter 1: The Fall of Man. The reign of humanity ended not with a bang, but a whimper. A slow, agonizing decline punctuated by bursts of catastrophic events. There was no single apocalyptic horseman, but a cavalcade of threats, each compounding the others, each chipping away at the foundations of civilization until the edifice finally crumbled. The first tremors were felt in the subtle shifts of the climate. The familiar rhythms of the seasons became erratic, replaced by a chaotic symphony of extreme weather. Heatwaves scorched the earth, turning fertile fields into arid wastelands. Droughts parched rivers and reservoirs, leaving cities gasping for water. Meanwhile, in other parts of the globe, torrential rains unleashed devastating floods, submerging coastal communities and displacing millions. Storms, once predictable and seasonal, now raged with unprecedented fury, tearing through cities and leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. One particularly vivid memory was the sight of a once bustling metropolis, now half submerged, its skyscrapers like skeletal fingers reaching out from a watery grave. The rising sea levels, a slow but relentless tide, gradually claimed coastal cities, turning bustling ports into ghost towns. Millions were forced to migrate inland, leading to resource conflicts and social unrest. The delicate balance of ecosystems began to unravel, with species disappearing at an alarming rate. The familiar chirping of birds in the morning was replaced by an unnerving silence, a stark reminder of the biodiversity lost. Adding to the climate-induced chaos, a novel virus, unlike anything seen before, emerged from the shadows. It spread with terrifying speed, overwhelming healthcare systems and plunging societies into panic. Hospitals, once beacons of healing, became overcrowded and understaffed, turning into grim waiting rooms for the inevitable. The constant wail of sirens, a soundtrack of impending doom, echoed through deserted streets. People were forced into isolation, fear and suspicion breeding in the confines of their homes. The social fabric, already strained by climate disasters, began to tear apart. The vibrant tapestry of human interaction, the handshake, the hug, the shared meal, was replaced by a sterile distance, a fear of the other. The virus, like an invisible predator, stalked the planet, leaving a trail of death and despair in its wake. The world witnessed scenes reminiscent of apocalyptic fiction: empty streets, abandoned vehicles, bodies piled high in makeshift morgues. Civilization, once a bastion of order and progress, was reduced to a desperate struggle for survival. As if the combined forces of climate change and a deadly pandemic weren't enough, the planet faced another existential threat: nuclear war. Political tensions, exacerbated by resource scarcity and mass migrations, finally erupted into open conflict. The blinding flashes of nuclear detonations illuminated the night sky, followed by the ominous rise of mushroom clouds. The world watched in horror as cities were vaporized in an instant. The ensuing nuclear winter cast a long shadow over the planet, plunging it into a prolonged period of darkness and cold. The delicate balance of the atmosphere was disrupted, further exacerbating the climate crisis. The few remaining pockets of human civilization, already struggling to survive, were pushed to the brink. The very air became toxic, making each breath a gamble. Food and water became scarce, leading to desperate struggles for survival. The rule of law crumbled, replaced by a brutal fight for resources. In some regions, abandoned cities became eerie ghost towns, slowly reclaimed by nature. Feral animals, once confined to the wilderness, roamed freely through the deserted streets, a stark reminder of humanity's absence. In other areas, small groups of survivors banded together, forming fragile communities in the ruins of the old world. They scavenged for resources, clinging to the hope of rebuilding, but the odds were stacked against them. The planet, once teeming with human life, was now a desolate wasteland, a silent testament to the folly of a species that had sown the seeds of its own destruction. The throne of terrestrial dominance stood empty, the audition for a new era about to begin. Chapter 2: A Silent Planet. The sudden, absolute silence was the most unsettling change. It was a silence so profound, so alien, that it pressed against the eardrums, a physical manifestation of the void left by humanity. The cacophony of city life, the incessant rumble of traffic, the chattering of voices, the blaring of horns, the rhythmic clang of construction, had vanished, replaced by an unnerving stillness. No music spilled from open doorways, no laughter echoed in the parks, no news reports blared from televisions. Even the hum of electricity, that constant background drone of modern life, had ceased. The only sounds were the whispers of the wind rustling through deserted streets, the creaking of swaying signs, and the occasional, startled cry of a bird. This silence extended beyond the cities. In the countryside, the drone of tractors, the bleating of livestock, the distant chatter of farmhands, all gone. The air, once thick with the smell of exhaust fumes and industrial emissions, now carried the scent of earth and vegetation, a clean, almost primal fragrance. Rivers, once choked with pollutants, ran clear, their waters sparkling in the sunlight. The night sky, no longer obscured by light pollution, blazed with a million stars, a breathtaking spectacle unseen by most for generations. The world, cleansed of human activity, seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. Visually, the transformation was equally dramatic. In urban areas, nature began its inexorable reclamation project. Vines, like emerald tentacles, snaked up the sides of skyscrapers, their leaves softening the harsh lines of steel and glass. Weeds sprouted through cracks in the pavement, transforming sidewalks into miniature meadows. Trees, their roots finding purchase in the crumbling concrete, burst forth from unexpected places, turning cityscapes into verdant forests. Buildings, once symbols of human ambition, now stood as decaying monuments, slowly succumbing to the forces of nature. Animals, liberated from human constraints, reacted in diverse and often unpredictable ways. Domesticated pets, accustomed to human care, wandered lost and confused, searching for their vanished owners. Some formed packs, reverting to a more primal state, while others succumbed to starvation or predation. Livestock, no longer confined to farms, roamed freely, grazing on overgrown fields. Cows lowed mournfully, their udders swollen with unmilked milk. Chickens, accustomed to the confines of their coops, pecked at the ground, their instincts ill-equipped for survival in the wild. Zoo animals, presented with an unexpected opportunity, escaped their enclosures. Lions stalked through suburban streets, their roars echoing through the empty houses. Monkeys swung from lampposts, their chatter a strange counterpoint to the prevailing silence. Wild animals, emboldened by the absence of humans, ventured into urban areas. Deer, no longer culled by hunters, their populations exploding, grazed peacefully in city parks. Bears and wolves, once driven to the fringes of civilization, returned to their former territories, reasserting their dominance in the wilderness. Feral cats, already adept at urban survival, thrived in the absence of humans. Their high kill rate, estimated at 32%, made them formidable predators, feasting on the abundant rodent population. Abandoned container yards, once bustling hubs of human commerce, became havens for feral cat colonies, eerie gatherings of sleek predators in the twilight. These colonies, predominantly consisting of females and kittens, with the toms leading more solitary lives, found ample resources in the urban environment, preying on rats, mice, and even abandoned pet rodents like hamsters, rabbits, and guinea pigs. Reports surfaced of these cat colonies exhibiting a form of mutual protection, fending off other predators and solidifying their position in the newly formed urban ecosystem. The abandoned cities themselves became novel ecosystems, attracting a unique biome of opportunistic species. Rats, always a tenacious presence in urban environments, multiplied exponentially, their numbers unchecked by human intervention. They scurried through deserted streets, feasting on discarded food and garbage. Birds nested in the empty windows of skyscrapers, their calls echoing through the silent corridors. Insects thrived in the decaying organic matter, their buzzing a constant reminder of the cycle of life and death. The cities, once monuments to human ingenuity, were now canvases for nature's artistry, a testament to the resilience of life in the face of even the most dramatic changes. The air, once thick with smog and industrial pollutants, gradually cleared, revealing a pristine blue sky. The water in rivers and lakes, no longer contaminated by industrial waste and sewage, regained its clarity, teeming with returning aquatic life. The planet, freed from the burden of human activity, began to heal, its natural rhythms reasserting themselves. The world was holding its breath, poised on the cusp of a new era. The stage was set for a grand evolutionary drama, a struggle for dominance in a world without humans. The question remained: which species would rise to fill the void? Chapter 3: The Unexpected Heirs. The silence that descended upon the earth after humanity's vanishing act was but a fleeting intermission. The planet, no longer under human dominion, swiftly transformed into a vast, contested arena. Life, tenacious and opportunistic, began to reclaim its lost territories, and the race to fill the power vacuum left by humankind commenced. A multitude of contenders, each armed with unique evolutionary advantages, stepped into the spotlight, their survival strategies honed over millennia. In the urban jungles, once bustling with human activity, feral domestic cats emerged as formidable hunters. Their innate predatory skills, reflected in their impressive 32% kill rate, gave them a significant advantage. Rats, mice, and the unfortunate remnants of abandoned pet rodents, hamsters, rabbits, guinea pigs, became readily available prey. Birds, nesting in the skeletal remains of skyscrapers and scavenging for scraps, also fell victim to these stealthy predators. The abundance of food allowed feral cat colonies to flourish, often consisting of females and kittens, creating a social structure that provided mutual protection and cooperative hunting strategies. These colonies, particularly those near abandoned farmlands with their windfall of hens and other easily hunted livestock, became veritable feline strongholds. However, dominance was not uncontested. Raccoons, resourceful and adaptable, also thrived in the urban environment, leading to inevitable clashes with the burgeoning cat populations over territory and food sources. Packs of feral dogs, descendants of abandoned pets, presented another challenge, their larger size and cooperative hunting tactics posing a serious threat to the feline supremacy. The very concrete jungles that initially provided such fertile hunting grounds for the cats could eventually become their downfall. As their prey dwindled, their dominance would be challenged. Beyond the city limits, a different kind of power struggle unfolded. Bears and wolves, once relegated to the fringes of human civilization, made a dramatic comeback. With their natural predators gone and prey animals like deer proliferating in the absence of hunting, they quickly re-established themselves at the top of the food chain. Their resurgence was not a sudden evolutionary leap, but a swift reoccupation of their ancestral territories. Similarly, big cat species, no longer hunted and persecuted, began to expand their ranges, migrating into areas once dominated by humans. These apex predators, already perfectly adapted to their roles, simply filled the void left by humanity, rather than undergoing rapid evolutionary changes. The abandoned cities, however, presented a unique ecological opportunity. These concrete and steel behemoths became strange new biomes, attracting a diverse array of species. Some, like rats, thrived in the decaying urban environment, their populations exploding in the absence of human control. Others, like certain bird species, adapted to nesting in the empty cavities of buildings, their calls echoing through deserted streets. These abandoned metropolises became testing grounds for adaptation, where species competed to exploit the unique resources and challenges of this new habitat. Whether these urban biomes would eventually revert to the surrounding landscape or evolve into truly unique ecosystems remained to be seen. In more isolated areas, the absence of human intervention led to unpredictable ecological shifts. In regions like Canada, deer populations, no longer controlled by hunting, experienced a dramatic surge. This, in turn, led to a corresponding rise in the populations of their natural predators, coyotes, wolves, and even packs of feral domestic dogs, now operating as apex predators in this human-free world. The sudden removal of human influence also triggered a kind of evolutionary arms race. Introduced species, like the pythons in Florida, which had previously been kept in check by human intervention, now had free rein, their impact on local ecosystems unpredictable and potentially devastating. On isolated landmasses, formerly domesticated animals like livestock and pets, now feral and facing new environmental pressures, began to diverge from their ancestral forms, potentially giving rise to new species over time. The planet became a giant laboratory of natural selection, where the rules of survival were rewritten, and the outcome uncertain. The struggle for dominance was not merely a contest of brute force or individual prowess. Cooperation and adaptation played equally crucial roles. Feral cat colonies, with their shared resources and mutual protection, demonstrated the advantages of social structures. The resurgence of apex predators like bears and wolves highlighted the importance of pre-existing adaptations in exploiting newly available niches. The abandoned cities showcased the potential for species to adapt and thrive in even the most unnatural environments. The world without humans was not a peaceful utopia, nor a desolate wasteland. It was a dynamic, ever-changing landscape where the rules were constantly being rewritten. The initial silence had given way to a chorus of new sounds, the calls of emboldened wildlife, the rustle of encroaching vegetation, the wind whistling through deserted streets. The planet, no longer under human control, was pulsating with a renewed vitality, a wild, untamed energy that promised a future as unpredictable as it was fascinating. The reign of humanity was over, and the audition for a new dominant species had begun. Chapter 4. The Rise of the Cephalopods. The post-human world, a stage set for a grand evolutionary drama, saw numerous contenders vying for dominance. While terrestrial mammals carved out their territories and established new hierarchies, a different kind of kingdom was quietly taking shape beneath the waves. The octopuses, initially overlooked in the race for supremacy, began a slow but inexorable ascent, their unique blend of intelligence, adaptability, and resourcefulness proving to be a potent combination in this transformed world. Their intelligence wasn't just a matter of instinct or rote responses. Octopuses demonstrated a remarkable capacity for problem-solving, their 8 arms, each controlled by a cluster of neurons, working in concert with surprising dexterity. They were observed manipulating objects with an almost human-like precision, using coconut shells as both shields against predators and portable shelters. They could navigate complex mazes, unscrew jars to access food, and even split coconut shells to create hiding places, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of their environment and the ability to use tools to their advantage. Their cognitive skills extended beyond mere manipulation. They displayed curiosity, a thirst for exploration and experimentation, a trait that would prove invaluable in a world constantly reshaping itself. Their communication, a silent symphony of color changes, was far more sophisticated than previously imagined. These shifting hues conveyed not just basic emotions, but complex messages, allowing for coordinated hunting strategies and intricate social interactions. Coupled with their mastery of camouflage, the ability to blend seamlessly with their surroundings, they became both stealthy hunters and elusive prey. Their skin, a canvas of shifting patterns and textures, allowed them to disappear into the background, becoming virtually invisible to both predator and potential mate. Initially confined to the oceans, the octopuses faced a significant hurdle in their quest for dominance: their dependence on water. However, their ability to breathe air for brief periods, up to 30 minutes, hinted at a latent potential for terrestrial exploration. Over millions of years, this capacity could evolve, driven by the lure of readily available resources on land. Imagine octopuses venturing onto beaches, their 8 arms propelling them across the sand, hunting crabs and other intertidal creatures. Perhaps, over time, they might develop specialized skin adaptations, allowing them to retain moisture for longer periods, or even rudimentary lungs, extending their air-breathing capacity. The development of scuba-like breathing apparatus, a natural evolution of their existing water manipulation skills, is not beyond the realm of possibility. Such adaptations would open up vast new territories and food sources, paving the way for a truly amphibious lifestyle. The true potential of the octopuses lay not just in their physical adaptations, but in their cognitive flexibility. Their intelligence, combined with their dexterity, allowed them to adapt human tools for their own use. Imagine an octopus wielding a discarded knife, using it to pry open shellfish or defend itself against predators. Or perhaps they might develop entirely new technologies, inspired by the remnants of human civilization. Their underwater cities, envisioned as vast, complex structures reminiscent of a cephalopod Atlantis, could become centers of innovation and culture. These cities, built from salvaged human materials and augmented with unique cephalopod architecture, would showcase their ingenuity and adaptability. They might cultivate underwater farms, harnessing bioluminescent algae for light and warmth, and develop sophisticated aquaculture systems, ensuring a steady supply of food. The social structures of octopuses, initially based on solitary hunting and limited interaction, might also evolve in this new world of abundant resources and reduced competition. With ample food and safe havens provided by their underwater cities, they could develop more complex social interactions, perhaps even forms of cooperation and communal living. Imagine schools of octopuses working together to build and maintain their cities, sharing resources and knowledge. Their color-changing communication could evolve into a rich and nuanced language, allowing for complex social interactions and the transmission of cultural knowledge across generations. This octopus civilization, a silent, watery kingdom, would be a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life. Their underwater cities, illuminated by bioluminescent flora and fauna, would be a marvel of biological engineering. Their social structures, based on cooperation and shared knowledge, would be a stark contrast to the often destructive social hierarchies of humans. Their culture, expressed through intricate color displays and complex underwater dances, would be a celebration of life in its most alien and beautiful form. The octopuses, masters of camouflage and deception, would reshape their environment to their advantage, creating a world of hidden grottos and concealed pathways. They would cultivate underwater gardens, nurturing bioluminescent plants and creating vibrant ecosystems within their cities. Their mastery of water manipulation would allow them to create intricate currents and whirlpools, both for defense and for artistic expression. Their underwater world would be a place of mystery and wonder, a testament to the boundless creativity of nature. The age of the octopus would not be a conquest of brute force, but a triumph of intelligence and adaptation. They would not inherit the earth, but transform it, creating a new world order, a silent, watery kingdom where the cephalopods reign supreme. Their story would be a humbling reminder that dominance is not always about size or strength, but about the ability to adapt, to innovate, and to thrive in the face of change. It would be a story of the unexpected heirs, the silent architects of a new world, the rise of the cephalopods. This exploration of a post-human Earth paints a vivid picture of nature's resilience and the surprising pathways evolution might take. Humanity's disappearance, triggered by a confluence of climate change, pandemics, and nuclear war, leaves a silent planet ripe for the taking. While the immediate aftermath sees familiar animals like feral cats, bears, and wolves reclaiming their territories, the long-term view offers far more intriguing possibilities. The narrative highlights the potential for unexpected heirs, emphasizing the role of adaptability, intelligence, and even luck in the struggle for dominance. Feral cats capitalize on readily available prey in abandoned cities, while apex predators like bears and wolves simply reoccupy their ancestral lands. The emergence of unique urban ecosystems within decaying cities demonstrates nature's ability to adapt to even the most unnatural environments. The most compelling scenario, however, centers on the rise of cephalopods, specifically octopuses. Their intelligence, dexterity, and potential for terrestrial adaptation position them as unlikely but fascinating candidates for future dominance. The narrative speculates on their evolution, envisioning them venturing onto land, utilizing human tools, and even developing complex underwater cities. This isn't just about physical adaptation, it's about the power of cognitive flexibility, the ability to learn, innovate, and reshape the environment. The imagined cephalopod civilization, a silent, watery kingdom, underscores the diverse pathways evolution can take and challenges our anthropocentric view of intelligence and dominance. These findings offer a broader understanding of ecological succession, adaptation, and the interconnectedness of life. The absence of one species, even a dominant one like humans, creates a cascade of changes, triggering both immediate and long-term evolutionary shifts. The exploration of potential successors underscores the importance of pre-existing adaptations, the potential for rapid evolution in response to new pressures, and the unpredictable interplay of different species within changing ecosystems. These insights have implications for conservation efforts, highlighting the potential for ecosystems to recover and adapt, even after significant disruption. Further research could explore the specific adaptations that might arise in a post-human world, the potential for new species to emerge, and the long-term impact on the planet's biodiversity. What are your thoughts on this fascinating thought experiment? Which species do you think would truly inherit the Earth? Share your ideas and questions in the comments below. We encourage you to like and subscribe for more explorations of the natural world and the captivating possibilities of a future beyond our own. Remember, curiosity and a thirst for knowledge are the keys to unlocking the secrets of our planet and beyond.